How's it going, ladies and bruises? I'm Sixkilla and welcome back to Corpse Factory. We're playing as Curator now, and it is a month after Nordico completely lost her fucking mind. And now we're just, you can see that the factory has moved ahead. We're just, it's a real factory now. There's a lot of corpses here. The outline of a sleeping body in the corner begins to stir. I make my way to the futon lying on the cold concrete floor. It's a worn out thing, frayed fabric, torn edges. Lying on top of it, covered in a thin blanket, is the girl of my dreams.
Huh? What time is it?
Time to get up.
Oh, come on.
Got work to do.
How many deliveries today?
That's the other girl. I'm just the muscle.
I reach my hand out to her, the same way I do every morning. She never takes it. Instead, she slowly climbs to her feet without assistance. She's still wearing yesterday's clothes, yesterday's makeup, yesterday's sweat. She's gorgeous.
When are you going back home?
This is my home now.
You need a shower.
It's a pretty cool outfit she's got on, not gonna lie. It's pretty cool.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. My place smells terrible. Like rotting flesh. I can't get the odor out. It's been getting worse since I first moved in there.
I wonder why.
This place smells too. Look at what's around you.
I gesture toward the racks of cadavers that fill the factory. We acquired some warehouse racking some time ago. It didn't take long for us to fill most of the shelves with cadavers. The industrial air conditioner we installed staves off the decay for a little while, but not long enough. We try not to let each cadaver remain here for more than a few days. And sometimes we forget. And it's cold here. It's so cold here all the time. It's not like Dad's factory at all. The stench could make anyone's eyes water. We just seem to be getting used to it.
I like it here. The smell here is different. It's nice.
Okay, you probably have requests to work on. I'll leave you be.
Nordico doesn't say anything. A thoughtful expression covers her face. I make my way back toward the trolley. We've been overwhelmed with work lately. Seems like Corpsegill's website has become the next big trend in Japan. Dozens of requests pour in every day. A lot of people are wanted dead. I don't care about the reasons why, I just do the work. It's all for Nordico. Couldn't care less about Corpsegill's ambitions or whatever she normally says. I want to prove to her that I'm useful, good, worthy. This is the only way I can think of to earn her love. I told her I was doing it for corpses, wanted to get my hands on some for myself. But that was a lie. All of it. Why would I need her to acquire corpses? I work at a morgue. I've been stealing them for years. Just needed her to believe that she could motivate me, bargain with me, control me. When she achieves her goal, whatever it may be, I'll talk to her, a heart to heart. Maybe I'll even propose. Can't let a girl like her slip away. She's too precious, too beautiful, too brooding and macabre, and I need her. It's as simple as that. Since the first time I laid eyes on her over a year ago, that day she moved into her apartment. I've kept close by ever since. The day she moved into her apartment? That's long before we met him, as her. I must have her. I will have her. I'll do anything for Nordico. Clearly. Physical labour always makes me hungry. A normal human trait, I would assume. I take a seat in the restaurant and place an order once the waitress arrives. Waiting for a meal is boring. I decide to read. Today's book is False Photography. I borrowed it from Nordico. She doesn't know. When I flip open the cover, I'm reminded of why I started coming here. I once saw Nordico at this very same restaurant. She was eating omu rice and reading Strange Flower. She didn't eat much, 3 mouthfuls if I recall correctly, and she read her book until the restaurant closed. I learned that she's a girl who'd rather feed her mind than her body. I'm personally the opposite. I love to eat. But I find Nordico's traits endearing. It's not hard to fall for someone in love with educating yourself. It's pretty hard to learn without, like, actual food for the body as well. The brain is also an organ and it takes a lot of energy to run. Just saying. It also touched my heart that she chose to read the book that I lent her. Come to think of it, I never did get that back from her. It's probably overdue at the library now. Maybe I shouldn't show my face there again. Add to the list of places I can't visit anymore. My meal arrives. Omu rice. I dig in. It's tasty. I assume this is Nordico's favourite. Funnily enough, it was Dad's favourite too. I devour the dish in a few minutes. I like to lick the plate clean. Always earns a funny look from the staff. The heat from the meal has fogged up my glasses. I take them off and wipe them clean on my shirt.
I know you.
Thanks to my natural blurry vision, I can't see who sits down across from me. I quickly returned my glasses to their rightful place.
Kojimbo, right?
Kojimbo.
Kojiro.
It's, Junpei.
I don't think so.
Trust me.
Yeah, I know my own name, thanks.
You are?
Junpei Matsumoto.
The rotund stranger offers his hand to me. I don't reciprocate the gesture.
Can I help you?
Nah, man, just hanging, you know? Saw you here, wanted to say, what's up? What's up?
I don't know you. I'll be going.
Stay a while, let's talk about Corpse Girl.
The stranger's words prevent me from standing up. I glare at him.
What about Corpse Girl?
She's killed a lot of people, right? Like a hell of a lot of people.
Probably. I don't know.
Come on, man. You're in her crew, yeah? I've seen you lifting at the morgue. You run that white piece of shit van, am I right?
I don't...
Careful now. If I can find you, it can't be that hard for the cops to pinch you.
What do you want?
Like I said, just wanted to say what's up.
Foul man leans across the table. His hot breath reeks more than the factory.
I want to know how you guys do it. How do you get up every morning knowing that there's a killer out there even more powerful and successful than Corpse Girl?
He's the one who hacked it. He's the copycat. That's why he's with Aoi as well, to get close to Nordico, I guess. I know exactly what he's referring to. I try not to let my face betray me. It's true that Corpse Girl has some tough competition. Around the time Nordico targeted her sister, somebody hacked Corpse Girl's website. Ever since then, a new string of deaths has raged across Tokyo like wildfire. Deaths not caused by Corpse Girl. It started off with the copycat killer stealing Nordico's requests. People that were sentenced to death via Corpse Girl's website were found dead before we could reach them. But that didn't last long. After a while, completely unrelated people were being found dead across the city. People whose deaths had never been requested through the website. Because of that, we stopped worrying about it. Nordica was happy as long as her own victims weren't being poached. She didn't care if someone else was running a similar operation, as long as they kept their hands off her prey. I haven't given it much thought since. And then this guy appears out of nowhere. It's pretty damn obvious that he's involved with the copycat killer. He's seen me around, knows what I've been doing, knows that there are two separate powers out there killing. Doesn't take much to figure him out.
What's your method?
Excuse me?
You kill faster than Corpse Girl. How?
Whoa there, buddy. I don't kill anyone. Here, check this shit.
Human removal service. This guy shows me his phone. There's a webpage on the screen. It looks similar to Corpse Girl's website, but it's not the same. I read the name of the site out loud.
The Human Removal Service.
Nice, huh?
What is this?
Just read it.
I do as I'm told. There's a paragraph of information below the site's title. We remove unwanted human beings. Take advantage of our free and efficient removal solutions. Fill in the name and address of a human being you would like removed. Following that, text is a form to be filled out, just like the one on Corpse Girl's website. I think I get it. This is the copycat's own website. They're running an identical operation, accepting user requests for victims' details and then somehow carrying out killings. But how far do the similarities extend? Are they creating corpse photos to send to victims? Are they forcing victims to kill themselves? Or carrying out premeditated murder? Are they delivering corpses to victims?
You involved with this?
Nah, just a fan. Used to be a Corpse Girl fanboy. That shit was wild. Then I discovered this site. It's so much cooler. More profesh, you know?
The guy leans in once more.
I even used this site once.
What happened?
The guy I wanted to die, he disappeared off the face of the planet within 24 hours. Can you believe it? And they're offering the service for free.
There's no doubt about it. This guy's involved with the copycat and this website. He's here to taunt me, pressure me. He knows who I am. But what's his endgame?
Can I try the site?
Sure, man. Type the web address into your phone.
I retrieve my phone from my pocket and enter the site's address. It loads quickly, the human removal service. I bookmark the site, then scroll down to fill in the name field.
Was it Matsumoto?
What?
Yes.
I type in Junpei Matsumoto. The next field requests an address.
Where do you live?
Hey, wait just a second. What the F are you doing?
Address, please.
You're a psycho. Don't put in my details.
Why are you worried? Not like the killer will target an accomplice.
course not, but still. Such a dick move.
Got him. I stand up and pocket my phone.
Later, Junpei.
Freaking weirdo.
His face was contorted into a foul grimace, like he just swallowed something sour. I leave the restaurant. Junpei Matsumoto essentially confessed that he's involved with the human removal service. He agreed that he wouldn't be targeted if I enter his name on the website. He admitted to being an accomplice. Don't know if he figured out what I figured out. Don't care. Need to tell Nautico. Yeah, she's gonna be pissed, man. She's gonna be pissed. She's asleep in the corner as usual. Her laptop is beside her. The power cable is plugged into a portable generator. She's still in the same clothes, still wearing the same old makeup. I wouldn't change a thing about her. How I wish I could lay next to her.
Wake up.
She stirs. I extend my hand.
Kojiro? It's still early.
Need to talk. It's important.
She rubs her eyes and yawns.
What is it?
Look.
I hold out my phone and show her the copycat's website. Her eyes widen as she slowly reads the text. Her jaw drops ever so slightly and she looks at me in shock.
How did you find this? I've been searching for weeks. I've tried so hard to find how the copycat is choosing victims, but there's absolutely nothing about this anywhere.
Met a guy yesterday. Someone involved with the site.
You're kidding.
Serious. Junpei Matsumoto. Big guy. Rude. Unlikable. Knew who I was. Knew about the morgue.
Shit. He knows?
Don't know how. We need to kill him.
How? If he knows our methods, he won't just kill himself when he gets delivered a corpse.
Kill him properly then, I guess.
He'll just laugh it off.
No. I know that. We really kill him.
Nautico is silent. It's the unthinkable. Something we've never done before.
I don't know if I can.
I can do it.
I don't want to kill the guy. I need to kill him. It's for our own safety. With him alive, our secrets are compromised. He knows me. He may very well know Nautico.
Junpei Matsumoto? Why does that name sound so familiar?
Yeah.
Check his profile.
Nautico doesn't waste any time bringing up his noise profile.
Oh, shit!
I
peer over at her phone. Sure enough, the profile picture matches what he looked like. Hard to forget a guy like that.
This is Aoi's boyfriend!
Aoi, your friend.
Aoi, the girl that Nautico never stops talking about, the cute and shy one. The one I've followed more than a few times out of curiosity. Wanted to see what constitutes a friend of Nautico's. Needed some tips. Is she dating Junpei? Strange match.
Is this for real? I met Junpei some time ago. Maybe last month?
I see. Are they still together?
As far as I know. I haven't spoken to Aoi in a while. Wait, I wonder.
What?
Never mind. I need to think some things over.
Okay.
Kojiro, you remember the photo of my sister's corpse, right?
Sure.
Oh shit. Sorry, didn't mean to skip that one.
You remember the instructions written on it?
Stabbed Shuji at the party, right?
Spot on. The copycat must send instructions written on corpse photos. I have a feeling the instructions always relate to killing other people. Other people whose deaths have been requested.
I get it. Kill two birds with one stone. Send one corpse photo to a victim and have them kill another victim. It's efficient.
That's how they've racked up so many deaths so quickly.
Exactly. We can only rely on news reports for the numbers, but it's pretty clear that the copycat has claimed a few hundred lives in the past month at least.
And we're up to 164.
Yes.
164 deaths caused by corpse kill. But we've delivered twice as many corpses as that. Our success rate is about 50% and it's been dropping rapidly. It would seem that corpse kill's rising popularity is having a detrimental effect on our success rate. As public knowledge of corpse kill increases, the fear of receiving a corpse decreases. People are starting to figure out how the method works. If they don't cave in to fear, they don't kill themselves. It's that simple. In most cases in which a victim has survived, they simply brush off the attempt on their life. They call the police, have the corpse removed, and they go on with their life.
We haven't been doing so well lately, but the deaths across Tokyo, the ones unrelated to us, are expanding at an exponential rate.
Seems that way.
Then our rival has a more foolproof method of killing. Is it as simple as adding instructions to a corpse photo? threatening someone with death unless they carry out the instructions? And then, if victim A receives a corpse photo, follows the instructions, and kills victim B, how does victim A also end up dead? Surely it's not suicide at that point. Why follow the instructions to spare your life and then kill yourself anyway? It doesn't add up. How are they killing so many people so quickly?
Don't know.
It's true, I have no idea. I pride myself on always being in the know, but this is beyond even me. However, I do know how to find out.
Maybe I'll pay Junpei a visit. See what information I can extract.
I don't like it, but it may be our only chance. Get as much information as you can from him. Then, dispose of him.
Her words cause a flare of adrenaline inside me. I won't let her down. She's given me a task, an important task. I'll show her what I can do.
On it.
Good luck, Kojiro, and be careful.
Course. Later.
I'm thankful that Noriko looks away just before a smirk splits my face in half. I take my leave. Quite a bit of time has passed since he went inside the maid cafe. Can't imagine eating a meal takes this long. Unless there's something shady going on. He should have come out by now. My knees are beginning to hurt from crouching. I could stand up, but then I'd be more visible. Crouching at the corner of the alley suits me just fine. My knees should hold. I have a perfect view of the entrance. I've taken note of every single person entering and exiting. But he hasn't come back out. His noise post from earlier was right on the money. He said he would visit the maid cafe, and sure enough, I watched him enter. Could be he knows I'm tailing him. Whole thing could be a ruse. He might even have an escape route. But I already scoped out the alley behind the cafe. There's no other exit. Front only. Could he have climbed out a window? Doubt it. Big guy, not very fit. Even if he attempted such a feat, I surely would have overheard the struggle. I'll keep watch here. Can't be that much longer. According to Noise, he comes here often. His favourite place. Like where he met Aoi. Likely where he met Aoi. She still works here according to Noriko. What does Aoi see in him? I thought she was gonna leave work on her next shift. But she's still here. What does Noriko see in Aoi for that matter? The girl is boring. Cute, sure, but no outward personality. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Hard to tell when you only watch from afar. There he is. I'll have to follow him. Can't confront him here. Looks like he's heading toward the station. Easy. Here he goes. Can't believe this guy travelled to the very end of the train line. Took nearly an hour to get here. If his home is all the way out here, why has he travelled so far just to visit a maid cafe? He wandered into this underground parking lot, so I'm guessing his apartment building is right above this little tomb. No one else around.
Hey, is someone there?
Guess I'm not as stealthy as I thought.
Huh? Kojimbo?
Junpei Matsumoto.
The fuck? You follow me home, dude?
That's right. Have some questions.
Not cool, man. Could've just DM'd me.
No.
I stride up to him and press my chest against his rotund belly. Standing this close, it's easy to see that he's actually younger than I thought. Yeah, he looks pretty young. I'm nearly a full head higher than him. Despite his bulky build, I don't think I'd have any trouble crushing him in a fist fight.
Back off, dude. I'm warning you.
I don't think I'll do that. Question 1.
Hey, I ain't playing your games.
Who runs the human removal service?
I ain't telling you that.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
Fuck you, man.
Question 3.
Shut up!
What is your role? I've listed the questions in order of importance. Please answer.
Junpei pulls his head back and spits in my face. The disgusting glob of saliva dribbles down my cheek. I snap 2 of his fingers.
Holy fuck!
The knuckles within his blubbery digits break inside my fist as I bend them in the wrong direction. I savor the sensation of shattered bone grinding against shattered bone as his knuckles splinter and pierce his skin.
Question 1. Who runs the human removal service?
Junpei wrenches his hand away from mine. He clenches his other fist. He looks prepared to launch it at my face. The punch connects perfectly against my jaw. I cock my head a little, riding the momentum of the impact. A tooth came loose in my mouth. I think it's a bottom canine. I swallow it. Turning my head back, I lock eyes with Junpei.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
Shit! You want another fist in the face? My freaking fingers!
Question 3. What is your role?
Junpei tries to lash out with a kick to my shins. He's slow, just not cut out for a fight. I step aside and his leg flails limply. Completely off balance, he falls and lands on his rear. I move toward him and stand over his recumbent body.
I've listed the questions in order of importance. Please answer.
Help me! Someone help me! This psycho is trying to kill me!
I can't help but sigh loudly. I run my tongue along my gums, feeling for the gap created by my missing tooth. Definitely a canine that I swallowed. Bit of an inconvenience, have to get a false tooth now. Wonder if Nautico will think less of me.
Question 1.
Fuck you!
He madly tries to kick at my ankles, his feet slap against mine with no force or pressure.
Who runs the human removal service?
The guttural beastly growl that spews from his mouth is the desperation of a cornered dog. I don't much believe in kicking someone when they're down, figuratively, nor literally. I kick him in the ribs, and his howl of anguish repeats itself. Sometimes you have to do things you don't believe in. I kick him again, and again, and again. 1 or 3 of his ribs shatter against the toe of my shoe. It's a crunching sensation like kicking the ribs of a cadaver. I suppose a comparison isn't really necessary.
Stop! Please!
The slow, desperate plea is completely different from the urgent howls of frustration just moments ago. Beaten and wounded, the dog is panting heavily, his tongue lolling against the asphalt.
Question 2. How are the victims of the website killed?
A moment's silence prompts me to prepare my foot for another flurry of kicks. But a meek answer I didn't foresee causes my body to stiffen.
Our Herald. He carries out all the killings personally.
I frown and the motion causes a sharp pain to shoot through my bleeding gums.
Your herald?
The dog spits blood down his shirt and groans.
He's a visionary. A prophet. And he's immortal. He's more powerful than Corpse Girl ever was. Every person targeted by the human removal service is removed by the Herald's hand.
This wasn't the explanation I was expecting. I thought the operation was similar to Corpse Girl. Send a corpse photo to a victim, urge them to kill themselves, or give them instructions to kill someone else. That was what Nautico and I discussed. That was the conclusion we reached. I don't like being proven incorrect. I bring my foot into Junpei's ribs one more time and he hardly flinches. He simply exhales and absorbs the force.
Question 3. What is your role?
I think the dog is unconscious. I tilt my neck from side to side to hear a comforting crack and pop that relieves the tension in my muscles. I crouch down and press my fingers to his wrist. The pulse is strong and his breathing is regular. He won't die, not unless I take action now. I told Nautico I'd kill him. I told her I'd take care of our problem.
Junpei?
Oh man, it's Aoi. The girl's voice, soft and not unpleasant, but worried, terrified. I stand once more to see the concerned face before me.
What did you do to Junpei?
Aoi Sato. Nautico's friend, best friend, and the girlfriend of Junpei Matsumoto.
Zaz.
I need to leave. Aoi doesn't know my identity. She doesn't know I'm involved with Nautico. If I escape now, Aoi will never link this assault to Nautico. Well, that's option 1. Option 2...
Get out of here, you psycho!
No, I can't think about option 2. If Aoi got hurt, Nautico would never forgive me. I can return to finish Junpei another day. I know where he lives now, after all.
Later.
I turn to my heel and leave the sobbing girl to tend to her wounded dog. Ah, man. When I was with Shizuko, I became really fascinated with brewing coffee. She brought me a handheld bean grinder and a French press for my birthday. To thank her, I made frequent trips to the market to buy freshly roasted beans. I would lose track of the hours I spent carefully grinding the beans and aiming to brew the perfect cup. But Shizuko never enjoyed coffee, never had a taste for it. I didn't give up. I kept refining my technique, kept experimenting with different beans and roasts in an attempt to craft something that she would find palatable. She died and I threw the French press in the trash. I just visit the cafe now for my morning coffee. I donated the handheld grinder to this cafe, more specifically I gave it to the cute waitress here. Maybe it was callous of me to discard a gift that Shizuko gave me. It should have torn me apart to throw away something to symbolize what we had together. But 3 years isn't so important in the grand scheme of a lifetime. Besides, I have someone else now. Well, I don't have her, but I want her. Noriko reminds me of Shizuko in some ways. In other ways, they couldn't be more opposite. When the takeout coffee I ordered is ready, I leave my money on the counter and grab the paper cup. A quick sip of the piping hot brew fills me with renewed life. The liquid scalds the area where my tooth used to be. Not much for it. I'll go to the dentist some other time. Coffee in hand, I leave the cafe and make my way to my next destination. Hey man, you don't need the canines. I'm missing canines on both sides of the top. Here and here. They're both gone. Public libraries don't get the credit they deserve in this age. They're quiet, calm, soothing. That doesn't always do it for me, but it's nice to escape the bustle of the city. Plus, they always carry works by my favourite authors, but the librarians don't pay me any mind. I think they're at a loss to recommend books that fit my tastes. I don't feel judged here. Nobody looks at me and wonders if I'm a creep. Nobody cares about my unshaven face or crinkled clothes. Nobody looks at me and asks if I miss Shizuko. I wish someone would ask. Just once, it would be nice to know someone cares, even if I don't. But no one knew Shizuko. No one knows she was in my life, and no one knows she's gone. I haven't even told Noriko about her. I think she has enough on her mind right now. I'll tell her when the time is right. After wandering around the library aisles aimlessly, I pick a tome from the shelf and at random and find a couch to sit on. Comfortable at last, I sip my coffee and thumb through the book I've acquired. It would seem I've selected an autobiography about a famed painter I've never heard of. It'll do for now. I'll read anything. I skim through the preface, and then the first chapter. My fingers pick up speed as I thumb through the pages, never absorbing more than the first line of any particular page. Boring, drivel, I can't read this. I toss the book aside and rest a closed fist underneath my chin. I'm not normally this restless. Usually I'm focused and driven. But it's my birthday and Shizuko isn't here to give me a gift. Perhaps I regret throwing away the French press. It was the most thoughtful birthday gift I've ever received. Perhaps I just regret losing Shizuko, I don't know. If this were any other day, I wouldn't waste my time dwelling on the past. I thought I was above giving this day more significance than any other. 35, fuck. Where did the years go? Tell me about it. Time really does slip through your fingers. Hell, it's even been more than a year since I met Noriko, technically. I doubt she remembers our first meeting. I peer around the library and find a smile forming on my face. She probably thinks we met here just a few months ago. I asked her some trivial question, something about Lovecraft or Cthulhu, then I introduced myself. But the first time we bumped into each other was at my apartment. Well, her apartment. It was a fully furnished apartment. Didn't have to take much with me when I left. Ah, shit, he used to live in this apartment. Bet it looks much the same today as it did back then. I returned to collect a few last things. A couple of blankets in the closet, a broom and a dustpan, a few knucklebones, the usual stuff. And I wanted to say goodbye one final time. To my surprise, she was there. She was chatting to the landlord casually, inquiring about the terms of the lease. I must have frozen in my tracks when I saw her. I know that I spent a good few minutes simply staring at her. She was beautiful, gorgeous, breathtaking. And she looked like Shizuko. She looked so much like Shizuko. She shook hands with the landlord. She said her name aloud, Noriko Kurosawa. Her name stuck in my mind. It replayed over and over in my head. The landlord accepted her offer for the apartment. Noriko would be moving in, making the place her home. My place. I must have bumped my shoulder into her by accident when I tried to squeeze past. She apologized. I apologized.
Zaz was just leaving.
Oh, no, please. It was my fault. I'm very sorry. Did you live here?
Yeah.
I see. Thank you for taking care of the place. I'll be moving in soon.
I see.
Did you like it here?
Yes, very much so. It was home.
I'm glad. I hope that I feel just as comfortable here.
I nodded, but I didn't pull my eyes from her face. She walked away after gracing me with a polite bow. The Noriko from back then was healthier than the girl I know now. She's become a little more than a skeleton, skin and bones, but her keen mind hasn't dulled. And she's still gorgeous. Still takes my breath away, just like Shizuko once did. But she refuses to leave the factory. She refuses to return to her apartment. Occasionally Tomboy will go and fetch the things she needs. Clothes, tiny portions of food, coffee mostly. At some point I got delegated into selecting the most suitable cadavers from the morgue. Also Noriko doesn't have to visit the morgue herself. She gives me a bunch of photos and it's on me to pick and choose cadavers that best match them. Not my favourite work, it's tedious, and I don't have the eye for detail that she does. But I do what I can.
Ouch.
My phone begins vibrating violently in my back pocket. Didn't realise I was sitting on it.
Yo,
Where the hell are you?
Library.
Don't you have deliveries to make today?
I'm just taking the morning off.
You didn't ask me about that.
I told Tomoe.
Well, she didn't mention anything about it to me.
Saz, I'll see you in a few hours anyway. I just wanted to chill this morning. My birthday.
It's your birthday?
Yeah,
I didn't know. Happy birthday.
thanks.
Okay. I'll see you this afternoon. Bye.
Later.
She sounded mad at me. In my defense, I haven't taken a day off from Corpse Girl's work for weeks. Didn't think taking the morning off would be too much to ask. Apparently it rubbed her the wrong way. Yeah, juggling this work as well as my morgue duties is tiring. Don't get much time for myself. Don't get much time to think. Probably why Shizuko's face doesn't pop into my mind as much as it used to. My theory anyway. I drain the remnants of my coffee cup. After returning to the unread book to the shelf, I leave the library. And with that, we're out of time for this episode. Time to wrap this one up.
I'm home.
It sounds like Kojito's had some tragedy. Like, Shizuko obviously meant a lot to him before she died, so is that what turned him the way he is? Or was he already kind of the way he is? I don't know. I guess it's nice to learn a little bit more about these other characters, though. I'd like to know more about Tomoe and why she is the way she is. Not gonna lie, she's fascinating in a completely unusual, very unusual kind of way. Like, he's unusual, but only in a sort of generic emo kind of way. You know what I mean? But, yeah. Still curious. He lives like shit. This house looks terrible. Just saying. He needs to at least clean up all those fucking cups. God damn. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for getting out for me, and I'll see you in the next one.